Good afternoon, it's Ben Buffon here again, and it's Champions Cup Season 20 team preview again. And this time we're going to have a look at Dandy's team, Lobos, I presume that's called. And Dandy did very well. He made a very late charge with Necro and got in. So well done to him. So quickly, let's go through it then, shall we? Team value of 1580, 150k in the bank, brilliant there. One cheerleader, one coach assistant, 3 rerolls. Obviously they get Necromancer, don't get an Apo. He's got the base stand as well with a big W as his stand. 11 wins, 1 draw, 3 losses. Then wins included a win against me somewhere out 1-0. Bloody goal and dodge stopped me from scoring. But he's done well. Heretics, yeah, not the best. He got beat by the Ogres. What's interesting, that was a bit of a surprise. But Zagraven can play Ogres well. So yeah, I mean, he was quite fortunate that a lot of the teams he played against were not playoff teams. I mean, he beat me, fair, the help of a wizard and that. So credit where credit's due there. But some of these other teams like Heretics, who I played, Warp some Guardians. Although he did beat Hat Eater there, so that's not bad, I suppose. Drew with the Undead, but yeah. Oh, that's a good win against Mato Palo. So yeah, he's got a good record against Nagel. So maybe he'll win a Nagel team. He's beat both of us. Not a bad record, 11-1-3. This is his team. Now, when I was looking at one to pick, again, it wasn't a team where much stood out. So I'm going to go for number 3, Stefan L. Unseprador. Just because, he's an enforcer. And because obviously he's got Mighty Blow and Pile On, to me, he doesn't have to risk the Wolves as much. So he can keep them safe while this guy goes about and does his stuff. And obviously, he's only 5 points away from the level, I would imagine, tackle. Or you surely would be tackle for him, failing that frenzy, but I would have thought tackle. So he's got a really important job. But obviously the Wolves are what usually makes Necro teams. But it's interesting that both Necro teams, the Wolves, haven't got many skills. We saw Jim's Necros, and they only had block. And this team has got block and just dodge and tackle. So all the other teams will be very happy no Wolves have got claw. He's got a blodge goal. He did have a guard goal, but I killed that. He's got a data player. He's got very standard fresh golems there. He's got 13 players. One of them was man. That was a rotter of man, no life draw. It's 1580, so for 1580 that's pretty decent. So against some of the higher teams, he will get inducements. So your pros, TV, very TV efficient. Dan has been in the players before. Necro do quite well. He's got a nice killer there, and he's got a bit of momentum. He's been doing really well with Necro, and he played well against me, and I'm sure he's played well against most teams to get a record like that. The only negatives I've got really is Dandy's now been in the playoffs a bit, and he's not got fire in them. I remember him beating Kalizim Cass's humans, but apart from that, I can't remember him actually getting past the first round. I could be completely wrong. So, we just need to see him, get a bit further now. That would be my only negative. And, as good as the TV efficient is of 1580, Necro really come into their own 1800 plus when the team's really developed. The Wolves are a lot more scarier. So he's gonna have to try and do a bit like a few others have done before. Like with a team what's decent but not great, just try and use his skill as a coach to get them through. So it like I say, it's a decent team. There's no superstar in it. I really do think number 3 is gonna have to come to the party and really help out his coach, because he's got the potential to be the enforcer, and like I said, he's only 5 XP away from getting tackle. And teams like Zonza might be a problem to play against, because he only has the one tackle what's on a wolf. They're AV7 anyway. He's got no mighty blow there for that, so that could be a problem. If we look at the teams, they're the two who's not in yet. So I can't believe Sirius just hasn't picked his tick up yet. Disgraceful. And Brett Home. Let's have a look. Who would he want? I mean, I suppose he won't be too bothered about going against the Nagel. He seems to got a good record against the Nagel so far. I think personally, the Lizard teams would be a bad matchup for him because obviously all the strength and his guy, where's Dandy's guard? It's not going to help him. He's only got 2 goals, got strength 4. The Skinks have got the speed to keep up with him. The Soros will just smash him, and will just overpower him. I personally think for Necro, people might disagree, but I think if I'm Dandy, I want to keep well away from the 2 Lizard teams because either of them 2 Lizard teams could really make it painful and a frustrating game for him. And obviously, again, he's only got the Wolf with tackle, so these Skinks can go and drive him crazy, especially the one with especially the side steppers or the diamond tackle. So I think that'll be an absolute disaster. Let's have a look at the Amazon one. Another one what I thought could be a tricky matchup. And again, the Amazons as well would have over 200 inducements against them as well. And they actually have a killer with pylon as well. And tackle and jump up. Jesus Christ. Agility 4 piece. Yeah, again. And leap as well. Like to see that. Something different. You know. Although it probably would have been better with wrestle there now, wouldn't it? After that, if you're going to make him into a leaper. But he's probably going to use him more as jumping over defences. So yeah, this could be a tricky team as well. Again though, he's gone with that. Rob's gone with that 2 reroll build. Oh god, it drives me crazy when he goes with that. So, but good matchups. What is a good matchup for the Necro? Like I said, for some reason, although the Nagel teams look scary, Necro seems to do extremely well against them. So I don't think he'd be too worried about that. Hirio's Elven Union, that'd be a nice team for him to play, and they're pretty bashed up. And maybe his mighty bloke and get rid of them. Personally, let's have a look at Hirio's team. I think this is the team he'll want to play against. Because the only AV7, his 2 mighty blow pieces can get to work and get himself some nice XP, try and get the next level up. Like I said, so you've always got to be wary about elves, because elves can obviously just do elf stuff and knock you out. But I think even though this team's got like an agility 6 piece, I think he'd be quite like to go against Hirio. I mean, obviously there's teams like Goblins and that, but I try and keep away from the obvious ones. Otherwise I'll be saying that to about everybody. But yeah, I mean, like I said, he's done well to get here. He's a good coach, and now he's just got to take the next step and try and make a big run in the playoffs. Necro are a very good team. He's got the tools there, hasn't he? He's got the tools there to have a decent run. They will be a bit under the radar because obviously they're not one of the big name teams or got all the skills, but they've got just enough skills to make them efficient. So as long as you don't run into anything nasty, you know, like the Lizardman, or even maybe Trips Orcs is pretty bad with all that guard. Anything with high strength and guard, he really wants to keep away from. The problem why I went with the Lizards instead of the Orcs is the Lizards have all that skink speed. What cause a problem? And like I said, this team's only got the 1 tackle. I mean, at least it is on a Wolf, but you know, there's no extra punch there to help him get stuff off the pitch. So there you go. Congratulations, Dandy, for making the playoffs. Good luck in them. And let's see how far you go.